Hi everybody, as you can see from the title of this video today, I'm going to talk about my birth stories, and it has a lot of moving parts, so I'm not going to do a lot of chit chat. I am just going to go ahead and get into it. If you want to hear about it, keep watching. So let me start off by saying I have been pregnant 3 times. I only have 2 kids, but I've been pregnant 3 times. What happened in June of 2023, July, I had a miscarriage. Yeah. So in April of 2023, Robert and I really started toying with the idea of like, what if we had a kid? Like, should we start so we were just like talking about it. I started to like, I don't do manifesting and putting it out there. I don't do that. I work with the will of the Lord. So I started to like talk about it and say like, what if I have a son? What if I have a son? My dear, I woke up and kind of knew when it happened without sharing too much details. I kind of knew when it happened, and when I took the test, lo and behold, I was with child. So I call everybody as okay, this is me, your first pregnancy is a canon event. I call everybody and I tell them say I'm pregnant and whatever. Guys, I woke up, it was probably the next day in the same week, and I found out Thursday I woke up, I was bleeding. I went to the ER. The blood work, you do blood work and they tell you how high it is to show if you're actually carrying a child. Like mine was like super low, and then I had to go to another. Long and short of it, I miscarried, but I was only pregnant for 2 weeks, so I didn't have to do like, I think it's called like a DNC, when they have to pull the remains of the baby out if you were too far along. I didn't have to do any of that. It was just like a heavy period, right? And yeah, so it was sad, but it wasn't traumatic. So I was like, okay, I guess it was not meant to be. It will happen when it will happen. I did not know that you can get so pregnant so quickly after a miscarriage. So Robert and I, we were talking and we said, what if we like, since we were happy when we found out, so what if we just did it? So yeah, so in 2023 we had moved into our apartment, and the day specifically I did just feel sick and I was pregnant. So that was when I found out I was pregnant, and that was my journey of being pregnant with Liam Alexander. That's my son now that I have. So when I didn't have I took the cheapest health insurance at work at the time, so it was hard to find an OB here, and I got pregnant in the summertime. So in October, when open enrollment came around, I switched and got better insurance, right? So because I was going to an OB in Jamaica. So January of 2024, I found Serene Health. If you're in South Florida and you're looking for a doctor and you're looking for a good OB practice, Serene Health at Broward Health Medical Center, Dr. Skeet, and the midwives are phenomenal. 2 times that I've given birth, 2 times with my both pregnancy journeys, wonderful, no complaints, 10 out of 10. So in January of 2024, I got diagnosed with gestational diabetes. I didn't even know these things. So you can develop diabetes being pregnant. So I wasn't processing sugar properly. That was very hard. I had to keep like pricking my fingers and making sure I don't eat anything that was gonna spike my blood sugar and all of that. So I had to do like a lot of testing with Liam. They had to go like almost every week for them to keep me on the monitor, to do like a lot of ultrasounds. So he was growing fine, everything was fine, and by the time we got into the 30s, the sonographer, I believe they're called, the ones who do the ultrasound, she told me it's not gonna be the biggest baby, but he'll be fine and whatever. So we are going excited, everybody's excited, we're gonna meet the baby. At 36 weeks I went in. This is when I'm going weekly now. Robert and I went and they told me that my the amniotic fluid around the baby is too low. So I'm like, ooh, not bueno. So that's why I go back home, because this is still early term. We don't want to take him yet, and drink a lot of fluid and see if that will like bring it up. So I'll go home. I came back 37 weeks, shot up. I came back 38 weeks. The fluid is incredibly low. They're concerned. So they tell me, Shyionniee, to go home, get your bags and come back to the hospital. We have to induce you today. So induction is basically trying to put you into labor. And my induction did not take. It was not successful. They started inducing me on Monday night. Tuesday, nothing. They inserted a balloon. I did not even know that they could put a balloon inside. So basically they put a balloon inside and fill it up with saline water. It was so painful to expand your cervix. Listen to me, giving birth is a killing event. Stop having sex with people who you're not married to and who are not serious about you, because you can't afford to be pregnant. You can't afford to be a baby for somebody when a serious about you, because it is such a life-changing event. Anyways, even with all of the intervention, the pitocin, the medicine, everything did not take. Wednesday, no baby. Wednesday night, no baby. It's 9:50 or about 9:45, and Dr. Skeet comes. By the way, the midwives have been coming all at this time. Dr. Skeet comes, inserts her hand, because they keep inserting their hands. Somebody put me with a group of high school girls, because I gotta make sure they never have sex again, because like you don't need to. It's so serious. Oh my goodness. And then she inserts her hand and says, Shyionniee, you're having a cord prolapse and we have to do a C-section now. Listen, all along from I was pregnant, my greatest fear was having a C-section, and she's telling me now that is what is going to happen. I literally felt like my world crashing around. Me start hear noise in my head, like, ooh. So them rushed me to the operating room, and about 10 o'clock, by 10:15, Liam was born 4 pounds and 15 ounces. The baby too small. The baby had stopped growing, and nobody realized that the baby had stopped growing. My theory is the enemy that tried to kill my son. Yeah, but also why them never realize that the baby never did grow properly. Anyways, because I had sugar, because I had the diabetes, they had to keep pricking him. He was too cold, he's too small. He was born Wednesday night. Saturday, when we were supposed to be discharged, Liam ended up in the NICU because he turned blue and stopped breathing. When I go around to the NICU and see the rest of sick baby them, I thought I was going to die. Now Liam had stopped breathing, and then he must do it one more time again, but then he never did it again, so they couldn't figure out what caused it, and he ended up staying in the NICU for 7 days. However, because I was walking so much and Robert and I had to keep going back and forth to the hospital so much, my C-section scar ended up healing quicker than I had noticed, and by 3 weeks I felt spectacular. So the recovery for me, it wasn't so bad. Then you finally get the baby home, we're all happy. So it's your first child, you're enamored, you don't have anything to worry about. So my recovery from that C-section and everything, it wasn't so bad. So but my conclusion at the end of it was like, having a C-section is not the worst thing that can happen to you. It's not so bad, my dear. So okay, so fine. Robert and I we honestly, that birth story ended up being so much for me. I kind of was like, I don't think I want to do it again. But then we couldn't agree. He didn't want to only have one child, and if you and your husband can't, like, we kept clashing on it. So I was like, let's revisit it. So how I ended up with 2 under 2 is that the birth control that I was using was making me extremely sick, and everything else that we were trying was not working out. So the tracking my ovulation had worked before, so I was like, let me see if it would work again. It did not work, so that's how we ended up with this little girl now. But this little girl is why I'm like, yeah. So when I realized how quickly and easily I got pregnant again. I realized if I'm not careful, I'm gonna have 5 kids by the time I'm 35. So I said to Robert, it's going to be a girl, it's a boy and a girl. Can we agree to quit while we're ahead? Can we agree to quit while we're ahead? We shook on it. I'm joking, we did not shake on it. Well, we agreed, and so I found out when I realized I was pregnant and I went to the OB, I was 6 weeks along. So from 6 weeks, I told them C-section. I want to have another C-section and a tubal. My OB, Dr. Skeet, she specializes in VBAC. So if you want vaginal birth after C-section, so if you want to push again, she'll actually let you push. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to push, end up in difficulty, end up back with a C-section. So let me just opt for the C-section and just tie the tubes while we're at it. Happy? Okay, so we'll go through the pregnancy. At 16 weeks, we'll go for a checkup. Them can't find the baby heartbeat. When them find the baby heartbeat, the baby heart a beat too slow. 70 beats per minute. A baby's heart is supposed to beat 140 to 150. It can go up to 160. So them start scatter now. And this trigger me cause this coming like when they have a scatter with Liam when him nearly dead probably. So anyways, them sent me downstairs and the baby's heart went up back to like 150. I went to the doctor. I was like, we just have to hope and pray. She said she gonna put it out in the universe. I said I'll bring it to the Lord in prayer. You don't even worry about it. Yeah, I had to see a pediatric cardiologist. Long and short of it, the baby's heart turned out fine by the prayer of the saints and yeah, believe in the word of God. Mr. God, you give me this baby and this baby will live and not die. And this baby's not gonna be born with any defects. It's when you're pregnant, you have to come into your identity in Christ. You have to speak, especially as the mother. You have to take authority over that. I say, my baby was fearfully and wonderfully made. You're gonna born with a heart defect because you're gonna born to declare the works of the Lord. And you can declare the works of the Lord if you're sick. Catch it. Amen. Anyways, so we're good. My girl, I'm gonna have no gestational diabetes. I failed the first testing, but the second test I passed. No gestational diabetes. That was another testimony of the Lord. And I asked the Lord, I said, God, please, I want a baby over 7 pounds and no NICU. That's what I asked. All right then, so we agree, right? I carried to 30. When you're going to have a scheduled C-section, they take the baby at 39 weeks. So my due date was December 21st, but a week earlier puts me at December 15. Guys, it was scheduled for a Monday morning, December 15. December 14, I start the impending doom. Me not feel good the Sunday night, you know, because, and then I was like, as I told you about in the other video, like I was thinking about having to leave Liam. It was just a lot. It was a lot. So, and then you have to do blood work the day before. So after they took the blood work, you kind of realize what happened to you tomorrow. It's a lot too. 1 kid is cute, 2 is 1,000. So you kind of realize how much your life is going to change and all of that. It was just a lot that I was feeling. So Monday morning comes. You have to bathe with an antibacterial soap the night before and the morning before you go in. You can't lotion, you can't do any of that. You have to leave your jewelry. So Monday morning comes and we make it to the hospital. Daddy Robbie reporting for duty live another year in Yes, do all your memories. How do you feel? You don't mind if I catch you a little, right? When you go, one thing I will say, Broward Health Medical Center, I don't know about any other part of the hospital, but the maternity ward, the maternity stuff, phenomenal. So we went and the nurse was wonderful to me. She makes sure, says they have to clean out your nose, they have to shave you. I didn't like that. and they have to make sure say you're clean. They wipe you down with antiseptic stuff, and then they put on the gown and whatever. Everything is great. As I said, this little girl has just been perfect. Everything looks good on the monitor. OR time. They told me Robert has to stay out because they have to set up the operating room first before Robert can come in. So I get in there, guys. You see, by the time I walk in, if you know me, overall, I'm very emotional. I will cry. I can cry for the state of Florida. I am a crying girl. And I don't feel any way about that. I'm just in touch with my emotions. And I'll cry. So going to me get so emotional. So Dr. Skeet, and if anybody watching this know Dr. Skeet or whatever, Dr. Skeet is such a girl's girl. I love her. She treated me like her daughter. And she told me, so Shyionniee, it's fine. So they're placing the spinal. So I never had a spinal placed before, because with Liam, I had taken the epidural right before they had to rush me to do the C-section. But this time, remember, so everything is planned. So anesthesiologist tell me, say, lean forward and them are going to place the spinal. Yeah. I'm not feeling anything, but you see, your mind is such a powerful thing. So me go shift, my gosh, a beer scattering them say, hold on, shift. Yeah, I say, yes, God, this is it. Anyways, they get it right, and them tell me, say, Shine, wait, the sensation is gonna go to your legs. I'm starting to get really creeped out. As I told you, everything happened so quick with Liam's C-section, so me don't know about all of these steps. Anyways, them lie me down, them drape me up. They put up a drape in front of you so you can't see. So then now they start testing things on my skin. So them press something on my skin and they Shine, can you feel this? I'm like, me say me go talk up, you know, because me now go don't play anything, and then only for realize say it's serious. So I'm like, yes, I can feel it. She said, technically you're not feeling it. I have a sharp scalpel on you. If you were feeling this, you'd be screaming in pain. You're just feeling the pressure of it. Me say, if you say so, mom, okay. So anyways, Robert come now. I love my husband now. My husband is my safe space. When Robert come, everything alright, and him tell me, say, Shyionniee, you're fine, you're doing wonderful, baby. Then put him right on my head or right on my ears. Yeah, that's what I need. So him up on this side and the anesthesiologist up on this side. She's very nice too, and she's like, you know, you're doing great. So Dr. Skeet start cut, and this is the part you're craving, guys. I'm telling you, I have to tell you about. So with a C-section, you can't feel the pain, but you're feeling the movement and you're feeling the pressure. So I can feel her cutting through me, but I'm not feeling the pain. It is the weirdest sensation. It creeped me out. It overwhelmed me. You see, when she back the cut, me tell her, me know exactly when she back the cut. You see, when she start cut through the fat in my stomach, I can feel it. Anyways, them cut. And them I talk to each other, and them I say, okay, this is going good. So it's a lot of stuff going. Well, Robert is in my ear and he's telling me like, you're doing great, baby. You're soon done. I'm so proud of you. I love you. And let me tell you, that's what you need. You know, every woman, every girl, every old young watching this, that is what you deserve. A man who thinks you are just absolutely wonderful and you're doing great work, bringing him child into the world. Not anybody will tell us that you're supposed to do, right? And that did mean so much to me. Say him did. The dear I encouraged me. So them cut. I wish I could have shown you the picture them. Cause Robert, that's the thing about over here to them. Make you take a lot of pictures. I have a picture with my stomach cut open and the baby head coming out. Me not breathe again. Me don't need to do that again. Woo. Thank God I didn't see all of this with Liam. Because if I did see all of this with Liam and experience all of this with Liam, I'd never get pregnant again. If this tubal fails and I have another child, they have to make me push it. They have to make me push out that baby. I'll never do another C-section. Because what was that? Anyways, them cut. And them tell me, say, Shyionniee, doing great, you're doing great. Or whatever. I hear them talking. She has the right amount of bleeding. She's passing urine. Everything is whatever, whatever. Them say, we seen the baby's head. Seen the baby's head. Robert stands up, take the picture, and he says, I see her head. Them pull out her head, and me hear, ah! I'm like, okay, let me tell you, giving birth is so emotional. Ever since I started having kids, all I can think about is teenage mothers. Because I cannot imagine people who go through this at 14, 50. I'm 28 with my frontal lobe developed, with a husband, love, support, enough money, resources. I am fine. And when I say, oh, so they say, Cheyenne, the head is out. We're gonna push on his stomach. And by the way, pressure, the amount of pressure I'm feeling, like when them I take out the baby head, because a little cut, you know, it feels like a big cut, but it's really a little cut. As me feel when them go like this, and like open up the stomach, feel like pull her up. So them say, we're gonna push on your stomach now to push her out. Yes, when them push on the stomach, and I'm not feeling the pain, but like so them push and pull the baby out, and I hear, I was like, by this time I'm hysterical. The anesthesia, them say, are you okay? That's how much I'm crying. I'm like, I was able to tell them I'm not sad, I'm overwhelmed. It's just a lot happening. It's like, it's okay, she's fine. Dr. Skeet is like, you're fine, girl, you're good. The baby's out there, like, she's gorgeous. All the things a mother wants to hear. She has 10 toes and 10 fingers, and she's crying. Her cry sounds very good. Her color looks good. She's 7 pounds. I love Jesus. 7 pounds and 14 ounces. So tiny baby, no NICU. Perfect little girl. Chat a ball, emotional, me happy, me overwhelmed, me uncomfortable, my belly still open. It was a lot, but yeah, she's here. I feel her shuffle around. She tied the tube, she sew me up back, whatever. We get to the recovery room. For 12 hours, I don't move. They have a catheter in and all of that, right? The baby was born by 8. The baby was born at 7:33 a.m. By 8 a.m. everything was done. So when the nurse comes in, I had a nurse all day. When the night nurse comes, she said, Shine, time to take out the catheter, you have to use the bathroom. And this is where my life start go downhill. People of God, you see the 12 hours where you're having the catheter, your body forgets how to use the bathroom. You see when she tell me to get up off of the bed? Because your organs, they move around, you know. When me say your stomach all over, everything is out of place. Your organs would have shifted around when you were growing the baby. Plus, they had to take out your organs to have the baby. Because like your uterus have to come out for them to take out the baby. So everything is out of... When I have a low threshold for pain. But God, me think anybody would have defined that. Oh God. When me say me see stars that blink in front of my eye, the kind of pain. It took me like an hour to use the bathroom. I could not remember how to pee. It painful. It hard. Me telling already that me can't lift up, me can't walk to the baby because, by the way, peeing is the first step. You need to pass gas as well. Your body forgets how to do that. And then you have a lot of gas because them did have your stomach open, so a lot of air goes in. So you're full of gas. People, you don't even think about those things. You get what I'm saying? You're not gonna think that my stomach opens and when I have a lot of gas and whatever. By the way, I'm overwhelmed. Remember, some of one other pick, you know. So me I think about Liam. If Liam eat, as I said, Liam is perfectly fine. He's with his grandparents, but he's my baby. So when Liam eat, if him sleep last night, what time him wake up, if he's pooping. So it's a Monday. Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday me think me that got dead. Tuesday me think me that got dead. Me think me that dead. I'm telling my mother fi can body go over Della Penna and get me one platter Dove cat because me swear me dead. Me can't emphasize enough how hard it be. It hot. Then the nurse come and say, if me want to try start pump. When you pump, it activate your body so the baby born. So it start contract your uterus. Guys, Wednesday, 2 persons came to look for me in the hospital. Me no remember what we talked about. Me no remember what they did have. Me no remember no. Cause the amount of pain. You see when your uterus go back, the amount of pain. And you know what? I'm recording this for myself too because I need to watch back this and remember, because when the pain them get bigger and nice, you forget what you go through. Me suffer like dog. Me say it was so hard. Pain. Ibuprofen. You see how when the ibuprofen them wear off? But I had some really good nurses. I tell you, the support of my husband, Robert, phenomenal. Love that man down. I'm gonna make it. Then me come home. I'm in the port. Me never. I know I'm not feel so hot. I'm almost 10 weeks and I don't feel so hot. But I'm getting better. It's been rough. I'm gonna tell you this, guys. Children are a blessing. There's no way around it. They're a joy most times. And despite what society say, what you feel, what the world say, it's what the word of the Lord say and God say. They're wonderful. Now, could I have found something else for doing my time and live my life and disrupt my life and have no pity? Yeah, but my life is not my own, it belongs to the Lord, and it is the will of the Lord that as him said, children like arrows in your hands. And I'm glad that I have these 2. As I said, I tied my tubes just because I didn't want to be on birth control for another 20 years and I didn't want another unexpected pregnancy. But even that, my life is in God's hand and he's the one who's going to determine how it turns and how it goes. But just make sure, say, I would advise you, when more want to leave this with, don't joke around with pregnancy. If you're not married, I'm gonna advise if you don't have sex. And if nothing, don't. Follow the will of the Lord. It's what is right for us. And yeah. Anyways, that's my birth story. The snippet of Liam's and now the babies. I made it. God is good. It's rough, but the grace of the Lord is sufficient. I'm happy I lived to tell the tale. And yeah, I'm hoping to enjoy. If you can relate, if you have any questions, if you want me to follow up with anything, if you want to reach out to me, you can. Thank you for watching. Continue to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.